Hi guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to my brand new apartment and studio. This is it right here. It's fully raw, it's kacha. There is not much that I've done to my studio. Only this setup has been done and that side's empty. There's nothing on the walls. So yeah, but I mean, I could not wait to film, so I'm just like, whatever setup is there, you guys will understand. It's more like a rustic raw setting. My background is actually really pretty, but I'm still figuring out my tech setup. I feel like I'm using my vlogging camera, like the Sony ZV-E10 that I spoke to you guys about. So I'm using a brand new filming camera with just one light and natural light all across. So you will see a different quality and a different lighting apart from the usual DSLR quality. It's not even been a week since I moved into this apartment, so I wanted to do like a catch up because I think it's been a long time since I filmed, put on some makeup and just spoke to you guys. So I am vlogging, like I'm sure you guys are seeing the entire vlog that's happening, everything behind the scenes, but I wanted to just sit and talk to you about a bunch of things. So I'm gonna do my makeup, so let's quickly get into the video. This is such a raw, natural lighting sort of situation. I don't even know if this is gonna work, but it is what it is. All right, where do I start? I am in my new apartment. It's been like, I want to say 4 or 5 nights since I moved in. Yeah, clearly, like I moved in on the 14th March. It's 20th today, so 6 days, almost a week. So yeah, it's been about 6 days since I moved into this apartment and it's been new, it's been fresh and fun. I don't think I've found my normalcy and routine yet. I feel like that's still pending. But for 6 days, I think we've set up the house really well. The living room is set up beautifully. You guys see it on my stories. And yeah, there's a dining table, there's less furniture in the house. This house is slightly bigger than my earlier house. We've got much more space to move here. I've kept it minimal on purpose, like very less furniture. So it may seem a little bit like rusticy and empty, but I think that's the kind of vibe I'm going for anyway. I don't want to put in a lot of furniture, so you can say we're like 80% there. Now I just have to do like shelving, decor, planters, things like that. So it's functioning. The kitchen was functioning since day one because you know my mom, right? She needs to have everything in place. I have a balcony actually in all my rooms, which is something that my mom and I always loved. Like I never had a balcony, especially in Mumbai. It's kind of difficult to have like a balcony set up and everything because everything is very cramped in the city. But we have like a good enough balcony. It's not like a wide balcony, but it's something that you can just put 2 chairs and like a table and have chai outside, which is so cute. I'm just busy like waking up, ordering for stuff, ordering for groceries, settling down, sort of. We were just roughing it out for the first few days and you know, it's just super cute. I think I still need to take a walk in my building. I haven't gone down. It's a beautiful complex. So all of that I am grateful for. I think it's been a very successful move. We've been veterans at it. You guys know, like we've moved so many times that now we know exactly how it's done. So that helped a lot. My brother helped a lot with the move. My older brother, he was like there with me throughout. So family isn't my mom and my brother. That's all I call family, helping me out with the move. And yeah, it's been fine so far. It was hectic, the whole transition, and you know, I was just like on the end of my 2nd trimester, right? No, the end of my like 7th month actually, and I'm now in my 8th month. I'm in my 8th month, and that's why it was just tiring, right? Big ass belly, moving around everywhere, trying to make the move happen. It was kind of getting difficult, but somehow like my brother made it easy for me, and my team, Veronica, we all like set up a studio. So I've had help to like set the house up, so it's not been that bad. There are nights where I don't sleep, nights where I do sleep. It's just very erratic. Some nights I'm very uncomfortable with my belly, and some nights I'm just so tired that I don't even realize I'm sleeping till 11 a.m. So it's just really there. I'm waking up to new memories. I feel like I'm waking up to a new environment, which is not triggering, which is good. I feel like that apartment obviously had a lot of triggers, a lot of places where I just could not be, because the house, I mean, I moved in when I was married, you know what I mean? So that house has a lot of memories attached to it. I think in a way, everything happens for a reason. I was not supposed to move out of that apartment. I was supposed to extend my lease and stay there by myself. but somehow I just had to move. It was like one of those things where I had no option, and I felt like at that point, why I'm pregnant, why am I moving, blah blah blah. But in hindsight, in the bigger picture, I feel like I needed to move because I didn't realize how much that house was. It was a lovely house, but it was filled with too many memories, guys. I like moved in with Akhil. It was our first apartment, so I think that was just unsettling. It was just like too much sadness and being on the couch, and that's why I changed my couch. There are some good memories also there with my friends, and it's just a lot to take in. So I feel like this has actually kind of like helped me move on. You know, it's helped me move on from the memories. It's helped me like take a step forward where I thought I could not move forward. I felt very stuck in a way. But I think having this home as a project to do up, I love doing interiors, and you know, it just kept me like really busy. So I didn't have the time to catch up with myself. I didn't have the time to sort of check in with myself. I was just like doing up things. So busy, but in a good way. I'm feeling also much better. I have now, since I'm in my 8th month, I'm kind of hormonal, like extremely hormonal, and I do feel like in the nights, like I said, it's really difficult sometimes. I just sit up and I'm just like, what the hell? I'm in a new apartment, and like everything moved really fast since January, and it just feels like different. So I'm just like soaking it in now that I've settled in a little more. Emotionally, I am feeling okay. I'm feeling actually better than okay. I'm just like focusing on, I don't know, man. I don't know the right words to tell you actually. That's the honest truth. I think I definitely do have some very low nights, but in the daytime I try and keep myself busy. I try and edit some videos. It does get a little lonely sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I do feel that, you know, it's a sudden change, it's a sudden area. I have moved like very far from my old apartment, and the whole dynamic has changed in terms of my physical appearance, in terms of my relationship, in terms of my apartment. It's like too many changes at one time is like very shocking to me, because I love routine, I love normalcy, I love to have a particular set of things that I do, which everything sort of changed for me in like 1 month. So it's kind of difficult to keep up. So that's why I'm like kind of taking it slow. I am back to journaling. I feel like I haven't done that in a while. So I definitely have to check in with myself to see how I'm feeling. I think most of the things I've pushed it away. I don't know, guys. I'm just dealing. I don't know. So in terms of my physical bump update, I don't want to say I'm huge because I don't think I'm that big. I'm looking at my tummy and I'm like, maybe I am. But yeah, I feel like now I feel the weight. Like when I wake up to pee in the morning, like at least 10 times during the night, I can actually feel myself like waddling to the bathroom like that. And it's kind of getting hard to get out. I like to like get out, get coffee, this, that. I'm in a very good area, so I could do that very often. I would have, but I just feel like I don't have the energy and the strength to do that anymore. I get so tired. Waking up, the tummy is like boom, it's like so big. So I'm trying to like stay home as much as I can, and my friends come over, so that's good. Like Veronica comes over, and like she's sitting in the living room right now actually, so that really helps, like having company around. And yes, so that's where I'm at physically. I'm still continuing my workout, so that is great. That's helping. I think it's getting difficult for me to lie down and do the lying down workouts because I get like cramps on my stomach and stuff, because I'm really in my 30 week, right, period. So it's kind of getting difficult to do the workouts, but I'm still not skipping. The more I grow into the pregnancy, the more I'm gonna have to get to work out. Like it's just one of those things where you're like, maybe I should just stop. Don't. I feel like just continue till the end of your pregnancy. It really helps build strength and prepare your body for post-birth. So yeah, just like thank you for all the response on the vlogs. I'm really enjoying vlogging actually. I'm finding a lot of comfort in that until I have my studio set up. I feel like it's just very natural for me to just let you in on my life now, where I'm at. You know, vlogging comes easy for me. Vlogging doesn't take a certain setup. It doesn't take makeup and hair. It just is my natural raw life, which I think is much easier for me to do at this point rather than doing like sitting videos like this, because this does take a lot of thinking, energy, content, etc, and I'm getting tired. See, that's why. I was watching, you guys know I listen to a lot of podcasts and things like that, right? Just It just fuels me. I just absolutely love listening to it. And one of them is Diary of a CEO, which you guys, if you're into podcasts, you have to tune into Diary of a CEO. It's amazing. And I was just listening to Simon Sinek, another like motivational speaker. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. And I was listening to that podcast, and he was talking about how he was feeling lonely. And I sort of like resonated with that podcast where he was talking about, I mean, in short, how people don't really know how to be there for their friends or each other. I feel like we've sort of lost touch of that because our lives are so busy and stuff. Of course, I talk a lot about self-love, and I feel like without self-love and self-care, it's impossible to be happy. It's impossible. Like, if I didn't have the tools to like journal, take therapy, like work through my feelings and emotions and actually be kind to myself, love myself, tell myself, hey, you're gonna be okay, I would not be where I am today, right? You can't rely fully on somebody else to get your emotional health in place. Like, you really need to work on that yourself. So that kept aside, I feel like I found a lot of like, I did find a lot of truth in what he was saying. In fact, it's like, how can you be there for other people? How can you be there for your friends? How can you be there for somebody who's struggling and having a very different season in their life right now? And I feel like a lot of us, I want to say, like, we forget because our lives are so busy. We may have families, we have work. It's a full life all of us are dealing with, and we can't obviously always be available to our people, but you never know what someone's going through. Like, you wouldn't even know that your best friend is going through shit because he or she may not tell you because you're going through something. It's like everyone's going through something. So I feel like checking in on your friends is so important. Just like showing up at their home, ordering some takeout, like showing up. Like, I think we've forgotten to show up for people because we're so busy dealing with our own lives. And when he said that, I was just like, yeah, even when I was going through like a lot of this, I made sure that I was there for my new mum friend. Like, my best friend just gave birth like 3 months ago, and she was really struggling, and I was struggling too in my own life. And I just made it a point to go visit her twice, even though my life was in shambles. I made it a point to like lift her up, motivate her, even though I didn't have it in me sometimes. I was like, she needs this support system right now. So I think that helped her. Like, even 2-3 meetings elevated her, and she just felt good. And she sent me text messages, and I'm like, that's all it takes. Sometimes it just takes like a drop by to a friend, and I think showing up for people in your life is really important, and I need to be better at that. I'm not saying like I do that. I think like I need to check in more with my friends, and I think all of us need to, because I feel like that's where the loneliness lies. He talks about loneliness it's not the absence of people per se. I feel like even if you have people around, it's still a sunken loneliness feeling. Like, I have people around, but I still feel lonely at night, so he talks about how like it's not just the absence of people, it's about being understood. If you're not understood, you feel lonely, irrespective of 50 people being in front of you. And he also talks about being in the mud with your friend, like sitting in the mud with your friend. A lot of times during this period in my life, I did not want advice. I did not want people telling me what to do, or it's gonna be okay, or like some days it's okay, but some days I don't have space for advice in my head. I just want you to hold space for me while I'm venting. And I think check in with your friends on that aspect, because I feel like that is something maybe your friends need, and even when Veronica sort of like, she's always been there with me through this entire period, and she's always tried to motivate me, but I make it a point to tell that, hey, I don't need advice right now. I tell her that, and she's like, got it, gotcha. So you need that friend to not even feel bad when you're saying something like that, because we don't always want to be lifted off our sadness. Sometimes we just want someone to sit with us when we cry. Just sit in the mud with us. So sometimes just go over and sit beside your friend, let her vent. Don't speak. Don't say you can do better, or good, he deserved this, or yeah, you're so right, you got this, girl. Like, sometimes we don't want to hear that shit, because we're not in the space. We don't feel strong. We don't feel like we've got this. We don't. We just want to hear. We just want presence, and we want to like you to sit with us while we're crying. That's it. And that is so much more powerful than just like giving a bunch of buhaki advice. So I think sensing and understanding where your friends are at this moment, where your family is at, and what kind of a support do they need? How should I support my mom in sadness? How should I support my best friend in sadness? My boyfriend, my partner, how can I help by being there but not being in your face? You know, not being the know-it-all person who can tell you you've got this and like forget that douchebag and hating on people. That's not motivation sometimes. It just feels like I don't need this right now. Just pick up the phone and be like, hey, I need to vent. Can I just like speak? And be there, just be there. So I think that is something that we all need to be better at, including me. I think I just need to like, because I can give a lot of advice, you know that. But I think not everybody wants to hear that it's gonna be okay. I think that's why I like switched off my comment section. Not because I didn't want to like, of course there was judgment and I didn't want to read it at that point, but I feel like I knew you guys would just bombard me with a lot of like, you've got this and like la la la, and I just wasn't in that space to hear those things because I wasn't feeling empowered at that point. But now I'm okay. Now I'm just like, yes, it's all good. So that's why I shut my comments, I shut my messages, because I'm just like, I need space to grieve, I need space to mourn. Something huge has happened and I'm not in the space to listen to, you know, advice. That's something I thought I would like drop in this video today. So just like check in with your friends. They may seem fine, but they're not fine. Like a lot of people are going through stuff and they will just not share it with you for whatever reason, and you don't want to be that person who just they can't come to. That's an even more shittier feeling, dude. When someone cannot come to me, I'm just like, oh, why did you feel like you couldn't come to me, you know? Yeah, I think let's learn to be there for our family, for our friends, and just show up for people in life. Sometimes you don't need to ask, can I come over? Just go over. They will never say, yeah, come over, help me. You know, some people cannot ask for help. I'm one of those people who will not be like, yeah, I need your help, come. Like, you just sense it and you just like knock on my door and sit and have pizza with me. Like, that's all I want, you know, and that sometimes can literally change the course of my day. And I think catering to their need, putting your needs aside for once, and just like sort of catering to theirs also feels fulfilling. It also feels like at least I could be there for you today, you know. So let's like try and do that and be better for them. Yeah, because I feel like over time, if I didn't have my set of friends like Veronica just showing up, you know, even I have another set of friends, Shana and Eri, who just like show up, drive over, and they sit down and talk to me in pajamas, and I'm just like, you didn't have to do this, but I didn't know I needed it at that point. And so I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for people like that in my life. I don't know what look I'm doing. I'm literally just smoking out my lower. Honestly, this is not the setup for makeup right now. I'm just like all over the place right now. And my big belly is in the front without a table. I think that's all I had to say, to be honest with you. I don't have much to catch you up on. I feel like I am inching closer towards my baby's birth now. I'm just prepared. Like I've packed my diaper bag and I've packed my hospital bag, which I'm gonna do a whole other video for you guys about what's in my baby's diaper bag and my hospital bag. That's gonna be fun. Those are like fun content stuff coming alive. But apart from that, I'm just like trying to find my new normal. Like I said, I have never known a life without a partner for over 13 plus years. I have never been without a partner. It's always been boyfriend, fiance, husband. I've never known myself as an adult being single. So I feel like I'm 30 almost. I mean, I am 30. What almost? I don't want to accept it. So I'm 30. I'm literally in my like prime, and I'm a mom. I can't even say the words now because I'm just like, am I? And I'm gonna have a new member in my life now. Like there's a new character, right? It's a new book. I've spoken about that in my vlog where I talk about I've shut the old book, which is volume 1, and I've put that book aside, and now volume 2 is starting, where I'm starting a fresh chapter 1. So it's not a fresh chapter, it's a fresh book in my life that I'm starting. I'm 30, I'm a new mom, I'm single, I'm in a new apartment, and I just have to introduce new characters into my life. I have to introduce new feelings, new genres, new memories. So it's everything is starting from scratch, and that's where I'm at this point in my life right now, and trying to find my new normal, dude. Like I don't know what that's like. I have no idea how I'm gonna feel. I don't know how I'm gonna take this postpartum. It's just a couple of weeks away until I see my baby. I'm excited about that, to be honest. It's not something I'm nervous about. I'm tired. I never have been nervous about like parenting per se, or like, you know, having a child, or like it's gonna restrict my travels. And I've never been that person. I knew I, you know, wanted a baby's love, And I feel like I'm gonna be great at it because you have to tell yourself that, right? I'm gonna make mistakes, of course. I'm gonna make tons of mistakes, and that's where I learn. But I'll just have this new member in my life, and what are they gonna be like? What personality are they gonna have? How are they gonna look? Like all of that, and it's a new day every day, you know? Imagine just like starting from scratch at 30. I never knew I had to do that. Life is just funny. It has a funny way of unfolding in front of you, and you just have to be ready for the unfolding of that new book in your life. Like if you're someone going through something drastically different like I am, you have no option but to just like shut the book. Like, you know, if there's something that needs to be closed, you need to close it, and you need to start like accepting this new normal that's gonna come into your life, and that might be good for you. I feel like we can dwell for a while, but then you gotta move on. You know, you have such a long life, and honestly, I don't think I'd be where I am today if it wasn't for this child, or if it wasn't for, yeah, I think I'd still wallow, I'd still hang around. But because I know I have this new person coming into my life, I'm just like, you know, I need to heal, I need to like buck up, I need to be better for myself, I need to be better for this kid, and it's just helping me move on in a nicer speed, in a nicer way that I didn't think I was capable of. Honestly, I don't know how I'm doing half the things I'm doing right now. Like I don't even know the words to say, y'all. But I'm tired. I'm huffing and puffing right now. I've started my nursery designing. That's something that's fun. I've started designing my nursery. I will obviously take you through it in the vlog, so stay tuned to my vlogs, please. I am doing a very cool theme and just like nice furniture and like things like that. So it's gonna be fun. Like I feel like I've never had a nursery or a kid's room, so I think I'm just like giving that to myself in a way. But this kid's dang lucky, dude. I'm getting such great furniture. It's like I'm getting invested in like doing up the nursery and stuff, so that's helping me. I have a theme, we have a mood board, I have like interior designers coming in for this one to help me like source the stuff and like get everything in place and things. So that's gonna be fun. I think for the first 6 months, like I said, my mom's moved in with me, so she's gonna stay in the nursery, lucky her, with all of that wallpaper and stuff. And then I'm gonna move my baby into the nursery. So I'm gonna definitely I have a lot of space in my master bedroom, so I'm definitely gonna keep their bed there. So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna be. How is that gonna be, new moms? I'm so like I have mixed feelings, dude. Okay, we're done. I'm done with my updates as well. I don't have anything else to add. Do you like this setup? I know it's not perfect. I mean, it's far from perfect, girl. I wouldn't let my background be like this, but I'm trying to like, what about the camera quality and stuff? Like, this is the color I don't know. I'm not used to without my DSLR. Like, I need my DSLR. This is a smaller DSLR that I'm filming, and it's like this size. You guys have seen it. I'm trying to move into like a natural like setup of camera with natural lighting, because a lot of you asked for natural lighting. This is the lighting you're gonna get, but I'm not like obsessed with it. Like, I still want my like, let's figure, I don't know. I don't know, I still have time to do that. I'm gonna get Jake involved to help me with tech and stuff. Now that I have space, I can design it slowly and steadily. Okay, I'm doing K Beauty's Embrace, and this is Huda Beauty's Sandy Beige. I think I'm going to continue like vlogging parts of my life even after birth. I don't think I'm going to stop that part of my life, because I said I've been loving like vlogging. So you definitely see insights of my mom life and what I'm up to. I'm hoping I feel good. And yeah, like a lot of like fun stuff. I intend on traveling at the end of the year. I'm just like, I need to get out. I intend on traveling with my babe. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be this is all think and assumption. I want to be a very hands-on, involved parent. Okay? And like super stylish. You should see the clothes I bought the baby. Girl, boy, it's all beige. Nobody knows. It's neutral beige, taupes. There is not a single color in my kid's wardrobe. So I'm just like, I'm set for you. So that's gonna be funny, like fully fashion. I'm planning on like making my kid like really fashionable. This is the lipstick. It's really cool. It's Embraced by K Beauty. It's nice. It's a nice color. I'm done. I just want to say, like, I see my vlog and stuff, and I read a lot of your comments where you're like, even in this time, you're like motivating us. That is incredible. I don't know how you do it, where do you gather the strength from, and I've done a lot of processing behind you guys. Like, I have been really sad, so don't think like I've just come on here and moved on in life. Like, I haven't. Clearly, I've done a lot of self-work. There has been incredible sadness. I've cried for days. I have like had swollen faces. Like, I was not okay. And so don't think like I'm someone who's just got their shit together, because I want you to know that like we're all on the same page. We're all human, and we're all trying to be the best version of ourselves, and we all deal with grief differently. So it's just innate in my personality to motivate you, because I know that I'm not the only one going through a breakup. I'm not the only one who's a single mom. I'm not the only one. So if there's anything I can do on my platform to make it evident that you're not alone, that is the sole purpose of my job. Okay, so it's not like I'm fixed and I got this together. I am dealing and I'm struggling and I'm doing the self-work. I'm putting in the hours. I cry in the night. I do have all these sad moments. But wherever I can show up and shine light into your lives, that makes me happy. Okay, so I just want you to know I'm just like you, and I'm so happy that you're also getting motivated in this time of life, whatever you're going through. If you feel like you need to end that chapter, shut the book, start a new book, because sometimes there's a season for people in your life, there's a season for things in your life, and then there's a fresh season, and unless you don't end that season, you cannot start a new season, right? And you're stuck in limbo, just stuck. So I just want to say, like, I do feel a lot of gratitude in the midst of all this rubbish that I'm going through, because I'm so, and you have to say this to yourself. I always say I'm so proud of myself that I was able to do the move at 7 months pregnant. I was able to find an apartment, set up the house. To live what I'm living right now is a great privilege. I never thought I could live what I'm living right now, in the area that I'm living, the house, the quality of food I'm eating, every single thing that I'm able to purchase today, every single thing that I'm able to do for myself today is years of hard work. Okay, it's like 7-8 years put into my job that I'm able to live the life I'm able to live today. Okay, this has solely been an independent move. This is what I can say I'm proud of myself, and this is an achievement for me, for someone who's come from a very broke family life in the middle, who could not just like take a decision and pick up this product or like just move houses like that. For me to be able to do that, I want you to know that I do have a lot of gratitude. Apart from all the shit I'm going through, I do have to remind myself that I have a roof on my head and I'm able to do this. And I just want you to remember that as well. Like, if you have a roof on your head, if you have 3 meals to eat, you have water to drink, you have electricity, you're watching this video, you are freaking blessed. Okay, that is gratitude you have to bring into your life daily, despite the shit that's going through in your life. So I realized I stopped writing gratitude. So today I opened my journal. I'm like, nope, I will write every single thing I'm thankful for. It's okay to recognize that, because it's like literally been my independent journey of all of this has been me alone. And I am so proud of that. I'm just like, I don't know, I didn't know I'd be here at 30, right? That one 25-year-old girl who was just like struggling to make ends meet. Today I can say that I've worked, I've done my job, and I'm gonna continue to work hard. I'm gonna continue to be authentic to myself, authentic to you guys, and build the life that I wanna build, right? I've spoken about this in my vlog also, that you have to design the life you want. You have to build those Lego blocks and design it the way you want to design it, and it's all in your hand. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all your support. I freaking love you. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Let's bump up the views. Let's bump up the subscribe count. I'm at a 777 right now, so I don't know, but follow me on Instagram as well, you guys. And we are very few weeks away from meeting a new member, you know, so I cannot wait for you guys to see that. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Bye.